Next session is going to be taken by Andrey Kugaevskiy. I said that right, didn't I? Yeah, first time. All right. So Andrey has a great insight in this industry. He's been working with parallels for 8 years now. So it's going to be a really great session. You'll get a lot out of it. You can ask questions regarding the industry and what he's going to talk about. He's basically here to talk how the products, the parallel products will help you boost your hosting business in different ways. He's come all the way from Siberia to give this talk, yeah? So let's make him feel at home. Let's make him feel welcome. And I'll hand over the stage to Andrey.
So, hello. Nice to meet you all here. And today, I'm Andrey. I'm the program manager for a bunch of Parallels products. Plesk, Parallels Automation, I also handle that in certain ways, and Web Presence Builder. So today I would like to talk about the 8 advantages of Parallels web hosting solutions for your hosting business. First of all, I got a question for you. Who is using Plesk 8, whatever? Raise your hand, please, don't be shy. Okay, who's using Plesk 9? Anyone? Okay, good. What about Plesk 10? Okay, I see some people. And finally, Plesk 11. Okay, good. As you see from the screenshots, the Plesk has really transformed from one product to a completely different one, and you can see the evolution of it on the screenshots. And why I'm actually asking you this is I've been asked a lot of times to actually explain what are the differences between all Plesk installations, Plesk 8 and Plesk 9, and I know a lot of people in India are working on Plesk 8 and Plesk 9 installations, and Plesk 11, 11.5, the latest one. And when I was trying to create a list of differences, I saw that the list is so huge that it would literally take me hours to go and explain all the differences. Well, we don't have hours here, so instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the 8 biggest advantages that Plesk 11.5 and other Plesk family products will give you, so that you can see that Plesk family products are the best products your money can buy. So, advantage number 1, it's really easy to install and resell Plesk. Plesk supports the most platforms of all the other control panels on the market, including Windows 2012 server right now. So, you can install it on any dedicated server. You can see the bunch of operating systems we support, and there's more. You can also install Plesk on a variety of VPS hypervisors, as you can see on the screenshot. Also, VPS containers. Plesk can be installed and work in there. And also, finally, Plesk can work in the cloud. If you want to use Windows Azure or Amazon Web Services, Plesk will work there. As far as installation goes, for dedicated servers, you can use a Parallels Auto Installer. If you used Plesk before, you know about this tool, so it's not news to you. As far as VPS hypervisors go, you have cloning, you have ISO images, and you can download them at this URL. Next, for VPS containers, you actually have templates. And finally, for Amazon images and everything, you have an AMI images, VM images, and so on. So everything you want is there. Advantage number 2, security and admin control. As you all know, security is probably the most important part of your hosting business. If your server is not secure, all the features and everything else doesn't really matter. As long as your server is secure, then we're in business, right? So security should be your number 1 consideration. What we did in 11.0 and 11.5 for security makes Plesk 11.5 security the best ever as far as Plesk family products go. First of all, in 11.0, provider now controls password strength, minimum password strength for all the users. Second, we got stronger encryptions on absolutely all passwords ever seen in panel. Third, we got FTP secure support, which is FTP SSL. Fourth, we now sign our backups, so nobody could just forge a backup, upload it to your server, and hack your server. That's not possible anymore. Finally, panel can auto-generate customer passwords, and as you probably know, customer is the weakest link in terms of security. They're lazy, they don't really want to remember strong passwords or have the imagination to create one, so we're helping you there. Next is admin control. And it's, again, best ever in Plesk 11.5. Because you want admin convenience, right? And Plesk for Windows had multiple admins feature. People have been asking us a lot to introduce the same feature for Plesk for Linux, and we did that. You can have multiple admin accounts on Plesk for Linux. Now, you can also easily add multiple databases to administer for the database user, and you can clone service plans just for your convenience. Obviously, you want Plesk to be easier to train admins for, because admins are those people who run your server and run your business, literally. So we have improved file structure for the virtual host. That was a big pain point, and I'll get to that in a couple of slides. But we changed it from complex and Plesk specific to real simple and operating system consistent. Really easy to learn for your admins. And finally, we have 3 times faster backups with multi-thread zip compression, literally 3 times faster. So this is the file structure of old Plesk installations. If you go to a virtual host on the domain, you'll see the bunch of folders. And as a user, when I see that for the first time, I'm frankly, I would be surprised, like what's happening? I just created a brand new version subscription, and there's this stuff. So we changed that. That's too wordy, that's too complex. Now you have the following. Much, much easier and simpler. And it's clean. You want to create folders, not a problem, and all logs are actually located for each separate user. You won't have to run through the server to try and find them for a particular user. And also, it's just much more convenient. We get a lot of positive feedback on this, so check it out. Last point for administration is administrative access. Obviously, you're not going to be sitting on your computer 24 hours a day, right? You're going to take a vacation somewhere, and at that time, you're going to have mobile access to monitor your server. So we have Plesk mobile application working as a freemium, and it's available for BlackBerry, Android, iPhone, and iPad. And if you want not just monitor your server, but also control it, you can upgrade your Plesk mobile solution, and you will have some degree of control remotely. You could be sitting on a beach, enjoying the sun, and seeing what's going on with your servers and actually controlling them, restarting them, and so on. So advantage number 3, control Plesk licenses, installations, and notify your customers. Now this is a big one. This is not directly Plesk, but it's a really, really cool thing. It's called Parallels Partner Central. That's a service you log in onto parallels.com somewhere. It allows you to see all your Plesk licenses in one place. It allows you to actually select a group of Plesk licenses and apply certain things to them, like these. If you want to disable mail for all selected Plesk installations, or if you want, for example, to change the URL to by domain name button in Plesk, you could do it from a single point of entry on Parallels Partner Central, selecting a bunch of Plesk installations and putting whatever you need there. You can also see license reports and actually see how it goes with your licensing with the specific versions of specific Plesk installations and platforms and everything you want. And also, you can actually do a power search, and you can easily find your license if you have like hundreds of Plesk installations. For example, I'm trying to find all active licenses for Plesk for all version 11 installations for Windows. You type that, and you will see all your installations with the search query you did. Advantage number 4 is better web mail app hosting. So Plesk 11.5 actually delivers much better web hosting. It has web server configuration per website, both for IIS, Apache, and even Nginx. You can fine-tune your web server configuration on a per website basis with a simple UI. You can have multiple PHP versions per server. This was previously available only for Windows, but now also for Linux. And we're using hybrid Linux web server, both Apache and Nginx, and where Nginx processes static content in PHP, which makes both panel and hosting much faster. Also, you can optimize the search engine ranking by a bunch of features new to 11.45, like new SEO-friendly domain aliases. You can set friendly 301 redirects, and you can have SEO-friendly site suspension. So if your site is suspended for some reason, search engine doesn't think it's a bad thing. It looks okay. We have SNI for Windows. That's server name indication. And you can have multiple SSL certs for shared IP addresses there. And you can also have your database server selection for every database, and it could be granted by administrator to every client. We also deliver better mail and application hosting. We supported Horde IMP3. We upgraded it to the latest version, version number 5. But if Horde is too complex for you, we have a new webmail called RunCube. It's also included in 11.5. We also support the latest Dr. Web antivirus engine for Perl's Premium Antivirus to protect your server, of course. And as far as application go, you have a quick app installation in 11.5. It is literally one-click install of any application, of hundreds of applications in the APS catalog. You still have the option of advanced installation. If you really know what you're doing, it's there. But for most users, quick, literally one-click install would be the thing. We have, and that's important for the hosters, we have optional automatic updates of installed APS applications. So you know about these problems where somebody has an outdated version of WordPress on your server, it gets hacked, your server gets hacked. You can avoid that by saying all applications must be automatically updated. It concerns only APS apps, but it keeps your server secure. And also, this is something that end customers can control on their own. If they want it to be up to date automatically, they can do that. If they don't want to do that, they cannot select the checkbox. But you control that as hosters. Next, you can finally choose a specific version of application to install. If your business calls, say, to use Drupal number 6, not 7, you can have that, no problem. And also, right now, if there's an update available for your APS application, you will see it right in the panel. You won't have to look somewhere deep in the UI. You will see it straight away. Next, advantage number 5 is better stability and troubleshooting. Plesk 11.5 definitely delivers better QA and stability. This is our internal graphic. It actually shows support incidents for different versions of Plesk. So the red one is 9. That's version 9. That's the number of support incidents we had. The lowest one is 11.5. So you can see the difference, literally. Due to Plesk 11.5 having a 9-month public preview program and moving to continuous everyday testing, support incidents are down 70% compared to version number 9. That's how stable and that's how much better Plesk 11.5 is compared to Plesk number 9. Also, to help prevent problems for you, we had a lot of tools to troubleshooting. For example, you can do a preliminary check for migrations and transfers before you actually do anything. So the tool will check whether there's enough disk space on your server, whether all the requirements are met, and after that, that tool will tell you, are you good to go, or you gotta change something. And that's all done before you do anything, so it's harmless, it's not destructive. We also have a KFGMon utility, command line utility, that checks changes in the critical configuration files. Something gets broken, use that utility and see whether config files were changed by something. We also have informative step-by-step logs for transfers. So if you're transferring something and it's a big server and there's a problem, you can take a look at the logs and actually see what the problem is so you can fix it. Next, we have error messages that point to dedicated KB, knowledge base article from parallels.com. So you have a specific problem we know about, you will be directed, linked to the solution article to your problem, which will avoid you creating a support incident, right? Next, we have multiple recovery tools in Plesk for mail, for web, for DNS, for upgrades. Use them and love them, and they will help you out. Make sure your Plesk installation is trouble-free. Next advantage is advantage number 6, is for best end-user self-support UI. Plesk 11.5 has eventually evolved into 2 experiences. One is for hosters, and the other is for website owners. These people have different needs, so they have different UI. And as you can see, both of these interfaces have search for operations in case you forgot where the certain function is located. And we have video tutorials for everything, literally everything. So websites and domains are the things that people buy hosting for, and they are the center of Plesk 11.5. As you can see, this is the new UI. It's domain and website centric. It was introduced in 11.5, and it uses active lists, a certain feature that is really site-centric, and you require fewer clicks to get to what you want. As you can see on the upper screenshot, that's like a collapsed view just for your website with the most important operations. But if you click on a small triangle thing, you'll see the second screenshot, and you'll see all required operation specifically in the context of this domain. So this is very convenient. Users also get a quick start for creating websites in 11.5. As you see, you can choose between using a Perl's Presence Builder, which is an awesome what you see is what you get site builder tool for small and medium businesses to quickly create their website, literally in seconds. You just select the right topic, for example, car wash or flower shop, you get a website instantly with a bunch of pages specific for the topic you have and specific content. And you can click publish right at that point. It's really cool. So if you're a more advanced user, right, you can use our APS catalog to install applications. You're offered to do that. But if you're a really, really advanced guy, you have your own bunch of files or application, you can go and actually create a custom website. Just upload your files. We also have a new file manager. And file manager is something that, according to our studies, is something most users love to use. They have to use that. That's one of the top 2 functions in any control panel. So we've updated it. We've added drag and drop upload of files straight from your desktop. We've added things like multiple files upload, file peer review, and a bunch of other different things. Too many to mention, really, but end users love it. Grow to central management. This is one of the most important advantages you could have, because let's assume the following situation. This is your server. Like, let's suppose the cat on the left represents server made in Plesk, and the cat on the right represents server made in other control panel, like competitive, like maybe cPanel, because we're both cool cats, right? So you get your server. Now you get to maintain it. You got to feed the cat, right? Your business grows, and you get another cat, another server which you have to maintain, right? And so on. And at a certain point, you arrive to the conclusion that you just have a bunch of servers which you have to individually maintain, and this is probably not what you wanted. As any person who's ever had a cat, you can testify that herding a bunch of cats is a really difficult thing, and this is not really how you want to grow your business. You want to grow your business this way. You want a bigger cat, right? So basically, Perls offers you a solution. Perls offers you a way to get a bigger cat. You start with Plesk, you add more Plesk servers, then you move to Perls Plesk automation, then you add VPS and SaaS there, like you can offer VPS hosting and SaaS, and then finally you move to the most powerful solution, which is Perls automation. So Plesk runs all hosting workloads on a single box. Web, mail, database, DNS, it's all on a single server, right? That's the problem. Well, it's good because for one server, you're getting everything in one box right away. Full set of tools, you have automation of admin business tasks, and it's convenient, you get started quickly, but with many servers, like if you have 6 servers, like 6 cats, right? You actually duplicate all your services. And that means you maintain all that stuff server by server, which can get pretty crazy as time goes on, because all that stuff, or you're seeing on the screen, you gotta do that on a server per server basis, not centrally. What Plesk automation, Perls Plesk automation offers you is a different centralized solution that allows you to run each server as a single workload with a server migration tool from Plesk 8, 9, 10, and 11. So you take Perls Plesk automation like a management node, and it can have, say, 3 Linux hosting nodes, 3 Windows hosting nodes, a separate node for mail, and a separate node for DNS. And that's completely distributed. So it's really convenient for you because you're managing all these servers, all these nodes from one single point of entry, right? And this is really efficient because if you gotta patch your panel, You don't patch 6 servers, you just patch 1. And during the patching, all the servers connected to that, all the nodes, they continue working. So customers won't even notice that you're upgrading something. Now, the data is also isolated for security. So let's suppose one of your web servers gets hacked. So you don't have to worry because only that server will get compromised. Management node will not get compromised, and all other nodes will not get compromised as well. This is really secure. This is not a single point of failure by any means. So you can also effectively manage server add-ons. 6 Plesk installations or whatever installations means 6 antivirus and anti-spam licenses. But Perl's Plesk automation basically tells you, you have one mail server centralized for a bunch of, that host that's kind of offers mail for a bunch of Plesk servers, right? The hosting nodes. You only need 1 license. Instead of 6 or whatever, how many servers you have, just 1. Same for the antivirus. So it's really money efficient. And you can grow to dozens of servers and thousands of customers by easily adding new nodes, literally in minutes. You just click add node, enter your IP address, and later you add the role, like DNS, mail, database, or just hosting, Windows hosting or Linux hosting. So advantage number 8 is you could add services to increase average revenue per user. For example, as I've said, Perl's Plesk automation, you have this management node, you have separate database, mail, DNS, and web nodes. You can easily actually grow that just by itself, really painlessly, but you should also consider the fact that you could add billing modules there. Anything you want. Perl's Plesk billing, fine. WHMCS, sure, not a problem, you can do that. You can also add later a SaaS module for Perl's Plesk automation to sell services, the cloud services, Open Exchange, Office 365, anything you want. And later we're planning to add a BPS module pretty soon to the Perl's Plesk automation. That will allow you to sell not only shared hosting with all these distributed nodes and everything, but also sell BPSs, like a BPS node. Also, you can add value to your propositions with Presence Builder offering, which I already mentioned. This is a screenshot. This is a tool that actually gives you a ready website, like 100 of different topics for any small business you can even think about. You have a completely ready website with generated, unique design. You can change anything later. It gets pre-populated with your data. It's a completely awesome tool that people love. And it's included in Plesk installations for free, 10 licenses. And it also can be integrated with different platforms like cPanel, for example, and obviously Perl's Plesk automation and Plesk itself. So I urge you to look for Perl's Plesk automation 11.5 preview. We have improved some functionality, we have improved usability. In particular, we've added Perl's Plesk billing, we've added applications and service templates, we have multiple web space subscriptions, and we can upsell to dedicated IP addresses. We have service nodes capability management, and management node itself is now running on the latest version of CentOS and Red Hat, number 6. And if you want, you can have alternative licensing by a total number of sites. That's for low-density hosting. Public preview is already out on October number 7. So go to perls.com or email ppa@perls.com for assistance. Try it out. Please take a fresh look at the advantages of Perl's Plesk family of products, Plesk 11.5, Perl's Plesk automation 11.5, and Web Presence Builder 11.5. You can see them on the website, videos, tutorials, presentations, everything. And we hope to earn your trust. We want your business. We listen to you. We deliver. And we are delivering. And we're still listening to you. You can go to http://plesk.uservoice.com. You can vote for the feature request you want. And you can actually put your own feature request there so we can see what you want. Thank you very much for this presentation and for your time.